Hi, team. This is Mr. Taylor. I don't know about you, but ever since we left school and ever since I took home those snails, I have become obsessed with snails. I cannot get enough learning about snails. And that's why I want to show you this book. It's called Backyard Wildlife Snails. I'm going to read it to you, and we're going to learn a little bit more about our snail friends. I really liked this book because this talks about snails laying eggs, and as I told you, our snails have laid eggs and they will be having babies very soon. Let's find out what's in this book. First, let's look at the author. The author is Margot Gates. So we know that Margot Gates is the person who wrote all the words in this book. Now we can look at the table of contents to see all the things that we're going to learn about while we're reading our snail book. We find out what are snails, eggs. I bet that's going to talk about when they lay the eggs and when they put the eggs where they need to be safe. Eating, probably what snails eat. And I even wonder, are we going to find out who eats snails? Poor guys. Staying safe. Oh, I'm thinking to myself, maybe snails have to be careful in order to stay safe. The glossary, I'm going to let you in on a secret. That's where we find out what all the words mean. To learn more, and the index, that tells us where we can look in the book for each thing that we wanted to learn about. Okay, let's get started. Turn the page. Snails are mollusks with shells. Some live on land. Others live in water. Let's think. Does this snail live on the land or in the water? Shout out the answer if you know. That's right. This snail lives on the land. He is not underwater. Most snails have a foot. The foot pushes a snail forward. And there is the foot. Wow, what a long foot. The foot seems to take up almost the whole length of his body. Imagine if your foot was that long, team. Even my foot, very big, not nearly as long as my body. It says, snails ooze slime. Oh, that's such a fun word to say. Let's say it again. Ooze. Snails ooze slime. There's the slime. This helps them move over the ground. Huh, weird. Snails on land lay eggs in dirt. They protect the eggs with slime. If you look at that page, I wonder if you're curious to solve why do the snails lay their eggs in the dirt? You might want to ask yourself a question about this or talk to your family. Why do you think the snails like to lay the eggs in the dirt? I don't know for sure. My guess, I think maybe the snails like to lay the eggs in the dirt because they want to make sure that their eggs are safe and they want to make sure that they can stay warm if they need to. Oops. It says here, baby snails hatch from the eggs. Wonder what hatch means. Well, one thing I notice is that here, all the baby snails were in the eggs, and here the baby snails have come out. So maybe hatch means they came out of their eggs. It says they start to eat right away. Snails on land eat fruit, plants, and bark. Snails in water eat algae. And here's the fruit and a plant and some algae. It says snails have rows of tiny teeth. Oh, look at the tiny teeth. They use their teeth to grind food. Snails are prey for snakes, frogs, and birds. They are too slow to escape these predators. I wonder what prey and predators here. Well, if they're prey for snakes, do we think that snails eat snakes or snakes eat snails? What about birds? Thinking to myself, I think the bird is too big for a snail to eat it, but the snail is probably small enough that a bird could eat it. So I think it means that these animals can eat the snails. I hope they can protect themselves. Oh, let's see. A snail curls up in its shell when danger is near. Then it covers the hole with its foot. Cool. The end. All right. One thing that we did not learn, one word that we did not figure out was mollusks. Let's see what mollusks are. Mollusks are animals that have soft bodies and no backbones. Most mollusks live in water and have shells. Cool. Here we see grind. Grind means to crush into smaller bits. Okay, team, I hope that you think snails are as interesting as I do, because I get to read about snails over and over and over again. I don't know about you. Have a good day. Bye.